get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you. Choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll put it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you was just the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
God, what a nightmare. Good morning, you guys. Okay, I was trying to set up a. What a nightmare. Oh, good morning, finally. Okay. All right, sorry. No, I'm trying to get this microphone situated. Right. And I have this stupid blue Yeti, and it's not working right. I hooked up my headphones to it. Whatever. I'm going to carry on. All right, so, you know, you got Sebastian. He's 15. He's been missing since I think it was February 27th. Let's looky here. Why isn't this working? Here we go. Okay, there he is. Hold on a minute. I've got to pull this up elsewhere. In case nobody knows who this is. Okay, this is Sebastian Rogers. He went missing from his home. Let me see. God, that writing's hard. Oh, February 26th, my bad. That's when he went missing from his home in Henderson, Tennessee. He's 5'5", 120 pounds. He's got blonde brown hair, brown or hazel eyes. What else did I want to say? Oh, there's a $175,000 reward. And you can go to like X to Dog or Nick the Hat to read all this. It's a lot to go through. But yeah, so now let me get back to StreamYard. Dog the Bounty Hunter. And that attorney was on Court TV last night. So we are going to watch this. What I want to say, Dog brings awareness to stuff, okay, which is wonderful. But the way he's going about things is kind of strange. And as Nick too, because I started watching Nick the Hat with the 5-foot assassin and Pennsylvania when he got loose. That's when I started watching him or found out who he was. And then he did the Zimmerman thing. But now the Sebastian, a missing child's case, okay? You got all this drama surrounding this little boy, okay? You're thinking Dog's coming in, okay? Nick's coming in, things are going to be different, right? You know what I mean? But it's not. It's intensified. It's ugly. This is a missing child. This ain't a joke here. And quit blaming the parents, okay? Quit being on one side and not the other. Be on Sebastian's side and quit bashing his parents, okay? He loves his parents, okay? Because one parent says otherwise. We don't know. We don't know. Obviously, there's some ugly stuff, between them, but that's none of our damn business, okay? Just saying. All right, let's get to this. Let me see. You guys ready?
In for Vinny, the subject of our investigation is a 15-year-old boy who hasn't been seen since February 25th, when his mother says he went to bed, and the next morning, he was gone. Days have turned into weeks and weeks into months, but the search continues for Sebastian Rogers. Here is his story. Inside this beautiful neighborhood in Hendersonville, Tennessee, there's an unsolved mystery. It was a Sunday night going into a Monday morning, and 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers was supposed to be inside his home sleeping. His mother, Katie Proudfoot, says Sebastian went to bed around 9 o'clock, but was making some noises an hour later, including, she says, a thud sound. Katie says she told him to go to sleep, and she herself went to bed at midnight. Then, at 6 a.m., Katie says she woke up, went into Sebastian's room to get him ready for school, but he was gone. Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, wasn't at home, and his father was 45 minutes away at work. Police responded and began trying to figure out what happened. That was February 26, 2024. And as the days and weeks and now months have passed, there's still no sign of Sebastian, no sign of foul play, and no answers about what happened. Did someone harm Sebastian? Did he just walk away? We're searching for those answers as we investigate the mysterious disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. And for weeks after Sebastian's disappearance, a massive search effort took place over the areas of Tennessee, near and far from Sebastian's home in Hendersonville. Multiple law enforcement agencies participated. There was ground, aerial, water searches. Nothing has led to the return of Sebastian. Now, official law enforcement agencies, they've completely dialed back, at least with organized searches, but another group of investigators is still working very hard to find him. Here is an update we received today from Dog the Bounty Hunter and At Night Private Intelligence, a branch of One World. New leads suggest possible sightings or related activity in Oregon and New York. And we are pursuing all tips with heightened urgencies. And that brings us to our first question of this hour. And that's an obvious one. Where is Sebastian Rogers tonight? As so many people continue to look for him and worry about this young man. Let's bring in Dwayne Chapman, aka Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's with us. He's joined this search effort for Sebastian, and he has dedicated a lot of resources, including his time, and attorney Joe Lesniak, who's assisting with the legal aspects of this search. Good evening to both of you. Dog, let's start with the updates. Where are we here? And if you could, just give us a little bit of more detail on these possible leads in specifically, it sounds like the Pacific Northwest, Oregon, and then something over on the New York-Canadian border.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you having us on the show, and I'm glad my lawyer's there. Let me tell you something, because sometimes I stick my foot in my mouth. So, Missy Joe, are you there, brother?
I'm here. I'm your dog.
Thank you, sir. So first of all, I don't mean to spin this, but you said a lot of law enforcement and volunteers and all that were out there searching. Let me tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Chris Proudfoot was threatening all kind of people that they should go home. Why are they there?
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. Okay, Dog the Bounty Hunter, riddle me this. Where's the proof? I want to see proof that this happened. Nobody has proof this has happened, that Chris Proudfoot has done this. I don't know any parent that would do that, honestly. But, Dog, you didn't come into this until September. You haven't been around since February about this. You're probably just hearing a bunch of BS. And I want to say proof. I want to see proof. I haven't seen proof of nothing. Nothing you people are saying.
Allegedly sprayed some neighbor with water, because they were asking. So a lot of people, let's say, tried to, help and volunteer, but Proudfoot and his cronies, or maybe by himself, was threatening them, stopping them. And I don't know why the people that were threatened and threatened by him allegedly didn't call the police or what is it called? The TBI. I don't know why the TBI hasn't done nothing unless they're neck deep in it too. I talked to one of the guys and, it was ridiculous. We want the FBI, the marshals. We need the FBI. We need the marshals in on this. And let me tell you about them. They will find.
FBI is on it already. Dog, come on now. The FBI is already in it. Why are you asking? I'm not understanding this, but let me tell you something. There has been TBI, the FBI, Homeland Security, multiple agencies out there in Tennessee. Okay.
What happened to the little boy? They will find Sebastian. What happened to him?
What do you think happened to him, Dwayne? I mean, it seems it's very hard to get your head around that he has not turned up in after this long of a period of time. Do you believe he was abducted? Is he? What's your gut telling you now that you've you know enough and have invested enough here? What's your gut say?
Well, first of all, please call me dog. That's okay to call me dog. And there's a lot of possibilities. Okay, the worst possibility, of course, you could guess that. But we've checked into sex slaves. There's a lot of.
Okay, I'm going to back this up here a minute. I'm going to put CC's on. What did he just say? When the dude called him Dwayne, he goes, "You can call me dog." I could have got it wrong, but let's looky.
Okay, the worst possibility, of course, you could guess that. But we've checked into sex slaves. There's a lot of kids that are
invested enough here. What's your gut say?
Well, first of all, please call me dog. That's okay to call me dog.
Oh my God, he did say that, people. You cannot call him Dwayne. He goes, "Call me dog." What? Come on. Dog, what's up?
And, there's a lot of possibilities. Okay, the worst possibility, of course, you could guess that. But we've checked into sex slaves. There's a lot of kids that are autistic that it's unbelievable, from 5 to 18 years old, little boys and little girls that are in the sex trade. They're catching them right now all over Tennessee. They just caught a kid, I think 8 or 9 years old, yesterday or the day before.
All over the United States and Florida. There's a big crackdown in Florida of that. Polk County, big time. You live in Florida, dog. You know that?
So, we want to show those kids pictures of Sebastian. We want to show them those little kids got, sometimes they can ID someone a lot better than anyone else. So we want to show those kids pictures. But again, the ones that I guess found the kids is the TBI. I hate to sound redundant, but we need the federal marshals and we need the feds in on this.
You mentioned the Proudfoots, Chris and Katie Proudfoot. Katie Proudfoot, for those who haven't been following this, is the mother of Sebastian. She was the last person to see him. Chris, the stepfather, and we invited them on tonight. We did get a hold of them. They declined. Joe, there has.
They are. Of course they will.
Joe, there's.
This is so ugly to do this to the parents of Sebastian and stepfather. It really is. I don't know when this is ever going to stop. Um, I'm not blaming any of the parents because I don't think any of the parents had anything to do with his disappearance. I think it happened because he was playing games online and he was lured out of that home. That is my opinion. And, there's that unless evidence tell me otherwise. But I'm not going to sit there and blame a parent. And you know what those parents are doing? Those parents, as in Katie and the stepfather, is doing exactly what TBI told them to do.
There's been some pretty nasty rhetoric going on online. Not only, not just people attacking the Proudfoots, but Seth Rogers has been the victim here of a lot of hate. Where is that coming from?
I think a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands. Chris, I think what happens is they get caught up in their own rhetoric, as you said, and their own story. And they want to try and create headlines. They want to try and create something that's not there. They create smoke, and then they point to the smoke that they created. And you're sitting there going, stop, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. And yet they don't care because the smoke generates more advertising, more smoke, and more people. And they attack not only Seth, but anybody who's aligned themselves with Seth Rogers. Seth is, and Dog and all these individuals are trying to help find this young man, and they constantly are attacking anybody who's ever latched on to Seth Rogers and the search for Sebastian. And that should send up notes.
Okay, that is not coming from me, how it's cutting out like that. Good morning, Misty. Are you at work? So I'm going over this interview with Dog the Bounty Hunter. And what's his name? Lesnick, the attorney for them. I just don't agree with a lot of this. Because you know what they're doing? In my humble opinion, they're acting out just like the people are on YouTube. Okay, in my opinion, because if you're a professional, you're not going to be out there. This is a missing child case. Okay, you're not going to be out there cutting down the other parents, doing threats, doing immature shit online. You don't, oh my God. Yeah, and I'm going to leave it there. But let's continue.
Practicing the criminal defense and criminal prosecution world for almost 20 years and prosecute sexual offenders and other types of cases, kidnapping cases. And it should send up a red flag to law enforcement of people who are degrading and putting down and trying to drag through the mud the people who are helping. And so these bloggers and these content creators, there are some that are very helpful and getting the name out and the information out. And then there are others who are just, like you said, dragging people through the mud for their own education and their own desires to get headlines and people to come and listen to them.
Okay.
And to me,
I'm going to pause it on that where he says, hold on, let me back it up. Okay, people who are helping, all right, I get that. To keep the name out there, I get that. Let's see. Their own education, their own desires to get headlines, come to people and listen to them, and to me, and we're tired of it. We're not going to sit there tight and let these people utilize these powerful platforms online to drag and defame, individuals who are trying to desperately find his son. Okay. Why are you dragging Sebastian's mom and stepfather then? How is that helping? Except for to make them look really, really bad to the nation. Do you know how wrong that is? Do you know how you put their lives in danger? Because you know what? They're the parents and step parent of a missing child that went missing from their home. Okay, he's 15 years old, and I'm sure Katie feels guilty for not going downstairs, when she heard the thump or whoever it may be in the home. I don't know. I think like if it was a child, like toddler age on up, then you would go look. But a 15-year-old kid, you're just going to yell at them, hey, go to bed, whatever it may be. I don't know. I am here reviewing what I seen or hear, and I have an opinion, and it's not picking on anybody because I don't do that. I don't play those type of games. Okay, gonna carry on.
And to desperately find his son, and others who are trying to find this young man on behalf of his father and his family. And so we have taken action, and we are moving forward in everything we can to stop it and continue doing investigation here, and that is to find Sebastian.
Dog, when you have a mother who does not seem to want to participate in the search for her child, at least publicly.
Okay, Court TV, I've been having a problem with you guys, in the sense of I'm really, really disappointed on how you talk about Katie Proudfoot, the mother of Sebastian, how you discredit her, how you let people cut her down, how you let people say that she's a murderer. Okay, all this is on video. Okay, it's very disappointing, and I want to know how come you put these videos. You have been putting your last few videos on unlisted. Is it about the numbers? To me, it's not. I could care less. And I'm not monetized, so there's that. I don't know. I'm just really disappointed in Court TV. They're supposed to not be biased, okay? And they have been very biased. Very.
What does that tell you, mother and stepfather, the Proudfoots I'm speaking of?
Well, brother, I'll leave that up to your viewers to decide. As far as I've done this for way over 40 years, and I lost a baby girl, Barbara Katie at 22 years old. 19 years ago, I barely still can talk about it. So that is like unbelievable. And I also heard that there's witnesses that once Sebastian was in the front yard, and Chris Proudfoot was screaming at him, and he called him a retard, and Sebastian hit the ground and started bawling. So,
Okay.
I mean, all these.
I have to pause this. Okay, where is the proof of this? Where's the proof? Is it all hearsay? If somebody did that, okay, that's pretty messed up. And did anybody call anybody about it? Did they have a conversation with anybody about it? And I want to remind you, Doug, if you're watching, and Nick, BHB called him some names, Sebastian. She called him defected and something else. I can't remember the last one. And I don't make this up. This is on her channel. She said it when she was live. And that's okay.
What is the old saying? All roads point to Rome. I mean, this is like almost obvious.
Well, if they were involved, though, Doug, then one would think they didn't have a ton of time. They didn't have a ton of sophistication, one would think. Where is Sebastian, and how could they, let's say the worst did happen, how would they have gotten away with it? Is this a shoddy investigation from day one?
Well, somewhat. Somewhat. It's the police office, it's the TBI. I guess their lead guy is ahead of it. So yeah, put blame where it falls. That guy, it's just incredible. I can't believe that. But what so far what our leads could say, there is a manhole right in front of the Proudfoot's property. And they said, yeah, the drone or the cop, somebody said, they flew drones in there. And there's like 3 foot of mud, okay? Then a dog, a really good dog, 2 of them, one of them stopped at the edge of the pond that was drained, and the other one jumped in the pond. If Sebastian was put down that manhole into the mud, the scent would have carried to that pond. So I want to know why they haven't blocked that off, got in some kind of suit, and went on their hands and knees and looked in that manhole and all the way to the pond. Dogs, their sense of smell is so much more than a human being. And
okay, I don't know how this works. How come you guys haven't brought in dogs to that pond then? Since you're on the investigation, why haven't you brought the dogs over there?
For a German Shepherd to jump in the water, well, they drain the pond. Yeah, because he could be in that manhole, in that little, cave, whatever they call it, inside there where it drains to that pond. So there's a lot of things that the TBI could be doing and haven't done nothing. Now, I heard they flew a drone in there. Well, you know how muddy that is and how thick of mud is in there? Flying a drone on top inside is not going to do nothing.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get a break. Coming up next, we're going to ask what is the current status of the investigation. Our guests are going to stay with us. Be back with more right after this.
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
Everybody says I went to the wrong crowd, but I think I was the wrong crowd. Nobody in this world loves you. Can you get out of my hand?
Is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved. But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are pursuing any and all avenues.
That was Sumner County Sheriff's Deputies Eric Craddock and Susan Hyland of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She was the second person, obviously, at a press conference in the months after Sebastian was reported missing. About the same time, Deputy Craddock spoke with reporter Nick Barris from WTVF in Nashville about whether or not they had cleared anybody from the immediate family as being a suspect in this case. Take a listen.
We have not cleared anyone,
There you go.
but we have absolutely no evidence to support foul play.
That was in April of 2024, a little more than a month into the search for Sebastian, and the official word from police was that nobody's been cleared, but still there's no evidence of foul play, yet one would think that foul play absolutely is involved here. And that brings us to our next question. What is the current status of this investigation so many months after Sebastian Rogers first went missing? We still have with us Doug the Bounty Hunter and his lawyer to keep him in check, Joe Lesniak. Doug, you're in Tennessee. What's going on? Is there anything you can share with us in terms of new developments in your investigation?
Officers, I respect law enforcement so much, and they were saying way back then that they had no leads. Okay, nobody should be charged or blah blah blah. But now, what about now? What about today? What about last week? I think you guys need to do interviews now. Update everybody. What about right now after all these things have, come forward? And a lot of people online, whatever, are saying, Dog, what gives you the...
Okay. Do you know why they're not updating people? I wish they would too. It's because of the mess that's going online, because social media has harmed this case. Just like in Summer Wells case, social media has hurt the cases. I haven't, though.
Right. What gives you the right? You're a bounty hunter. What gives you the right? Well, what gives me the right is Tennessee has one of the greatest of all time laws. It's called the Citizens' Right to Arrest Law. You talk about booting a door in and going in and grabbing them. I can do that. I'm a citizen, can't. Whether I'm Dog the Bounty.
You cannot go into somebody's home. You can't kick in the door and go in someone's home. If you do that, you know that if they have a weapon and they feel like they're in danger because you kicked in their door, you could get hurt. You could be unalived. Are you saying this just to intimidate people? I don't know. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, because law enforcement, they have to get a warrant, just saying. And citizens' arrest, from my understanding, and I'm not a bounty hunter, is to hold the person until law enforcement gets there. But you know what? Let me think here. Bounty hunters, because I remember that show, okay, Dog the Bounty Hunter. And they would get the person that owed the bondsman money, and they would transfer them to jail. And put it this way, nobody has a warrant or a bond for you to do that. But what do I know?
Bounty hunter, Dwayne Lee Chapman, or I have the right as a citizen of the United States of America to put in custody and take out the person that hurt or whatever happened to little Sebastian.
No, you don't.
So are you onto something?
Yes, sir.
Can you share?
Well, no, because they'll run. I know who the weakest link is. You know, you get in Tennessee, bro, that's the death penalty. That is the death penalty. Would they rather go to would they rather go to lethal injection, or would they rather be paroled in 20 years or something? They still would have time to, live a life. So that one of the Tennessee carries the death penalty.
Let me get this straight. You're on to a lead. You're there in Tennessee. You're actively pursuing it. And
yes, sir.
Now, I get that you have the right to move forward with what you believe is possibly detaining an individual or two, or I don't know any details because you're being cagey. But do you have to alert law enforcement before you make any sort of a move to let everybody know, hey, I'm here and here's what I'm doing?
No, sir. I don't have to alert no one. I cannot transport. I can arrest cops. And then the cops come or whoever to read that person their rights and transport them to jail. I can do everything but read them their rights or transport. But under the law, the United States of America, I can arrest.
Give us a little hint. Like, did you like? Is this someone who has always been part of the landscape, or is this something new? Or don't jump in, Joe, and have him stop.
Yeah, well, I have to jump in and have him stop. Wait, a dog, you can't. Yes, both of them are possibly right. So good questions, but yes. There's a private investigator also involved that we need to keep secure as well. So I know you're looking for information, but we got to be careful how far we go.
Talk about.
Okay, I want to say this because they're saying, they're making it sound like, I don't know, allegedly, I don't know, this is what I'm hearing. Like maybe there's sex crime going on here, okay? And he's talking about the death penalty and Douglas in here, let me do this. Let me stop showing. In Tennessee, and that other guy, what's his name? That Joseph, that attorney. His specialty is that. Now I do want to say this. Tennessee governor okays bill allowing death penalty for child R convictions. Okay. And this is May 14, 2024. So that's a new bill that got passed. Okay. That's what I want to say. Hey, how are you, white boy? It's been forever. Yes, this is new. Yep. All right, let's get back to it. Court TV did this, except for it's unlisted. Took me forever to find it.
Then all right, we're going to let this play out, and hopefully we'll be one of your first calls when you make a break in this case. We're all hoping that, because that's what everybody's hoping for. In fact,
well, I carry a film crew with me everywhere I go, brother.
Yes, the reward up to $170K, $175,000. That's a lot of money. There seems to be a lot of interest in this country still in finding Sebastian, which is fantastic. Can you talk about the people that you have behind you, Dog, that are helping to support your investigation?
Well, there's several, many, and I can't name their names, but it's all, it's not like we're preaching in a church and taking offering, but there are a lot of people that have pledged their money to whoever, it's kind of tricky about rewards, okay? We want what happened to Sebastian. So the reward goes to whoever can tell us where Sebastian is and or what happened to him. And Joe, I hope this doesn't get me in trouble, but brother, since you've heard all this and you guys are good at Court TV, and who do you think did it?
Joe won't let me answer, so I'm just leave it at that.
Attorney Ted, go ahead.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you for all you're doing, and because the goal is here to find this young man, find Sebastian Rogers, hopefully alive and well. Joe Lesniak, Dwayne Chapman, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Thank you both for everything, and
Thank
keep
you.
us updated, please, as this continues, this investigation.
Well, thank you for having us on and keeping this at the forefront. It's shows like this that really help to, like you said, keep it moving forward and keep it on people's minds. Because as time goes on, we as Americans, some people will lose sight of it. So thank you.
You got it. All right.
Okay. All right. I want to know what anybody thinks. Anybody. I know there's not many people. Okay, you know what I'm thinking? I could be wrong. Court TV, I think maybe has like a, I don't know what you call it, a contract with them. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm really disappointed in Court TV. I'm disappointed in Doug. I'm disappointed in Dick because I've seen their stuff before and they have never acted like this. Oh, hold on. Court TV allows them to talk like they do about Katie and Chris. And the last time that Zeth was on with Tony, it was the most horrible thing I ever watched. And Court TV did not clip that out. And I don't know why they would do that. And I don't know what they're talking about. FBI is involved. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes at all. Sebastian's never going to be forgot about, just like Summer Wells, because right now, Sebastian Rogers is, sadly, and I'm going to say this, he's lost in his own story. He really is. And people make so much money off of him. It is ugly. It is so gross. You people are so gross. And you people that are covering these other people, okay, you guys are gross too. Because you're making money covering these other people that are, making all this money off of Sebastian. You're doing the same damn thing. Yeah, you're calling out the people, but you're making money. And that's why you keep doing it, every one of you. I don't care what any of you people think about me, in my opinion. I'm going to see what this says. I'm going to, it is disgusting that they're using these lost children to make money. It is so ugly. I've never seen anything like it in my whole life, ever. Do you see any of them giving the money to, let's say, the parents? Okay. Do you see them putting any money into the award towards finding any missing child? No. It goes in their pocket. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, let me looky here. Okay, so extensive searches. This is from their flyer, involving local, state, federal agencies, including the FBI Secret Service. So why are you saying the FBI is not involved? They are involved. Let's see who put up the awards. I can't remember. Let me looky. We know $50,000 from the FBI, and at night private intelligence, $125,000. So that brings the reward up to $175,000. Okay, with that much money, and nobody still has any leads, I don't even know what to say. I do want to say I feel in my heart that he is still alive. I've always said that. You always, no matter what, hold on to hope. Always. And if you're like doing like never mind. I gotta keep my mouth shut. Do, 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 do. Oh, oh. All right. Hold on. One more thing, maybe. I want you guys to hear this. Hold on, please. Let's see. Let's see. Here we go. We'll just watch this real quick and I will be done. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. Okay, this news station, that's pretty bad, the sound. Hold on a minute. I got a different one. Here we go. I like this one better. I gotta fix this. Hold on. No. Oh my God, what's going on with my laptop? Holy crap. That was crazy. It keeps taking it off this video. Okay. Let's listen. I'm okay. I'm trying to feel better. How do you know me so well, Misty? Because you're always here for me. Misty, she is amazing and she's always here no matter what. Always. Thank you. I appreciate you. There's just some things, no matter what, I'm not going to sit here and, be sick and lay down all the time, right? And this stuff kind of keeps me going. And when I have an opinion, I want to get it out there. I mean, I don't know if anybody listens or not, but you people in my chat that come here on a regular, that's all that matters, I guess. And it can go from there, right? Okay, here we go. And I do agree. I wish law enforcement would do a press conference, even like within the Gannon case. Look at the Gannon case, how they handled that mess. They handled it good. Maybe they should take pointers, just saying. But people on social media have harmed the case.
I am Eric Craddock, ERIC-CRADDOCK, and I'm the Chief Deputy at the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I'm joined today by Susan Nyland, SUSAN-NILAND, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. She's the PIO. I also have with me Sumner County Emergency Management Director Ken Widener, KENWEID, N-E-R. You guys ready? All right. Good morning. I'm Eric Craddock with Sumner County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to come to you today with an update on the Sebastian Rogers case. Sebastian has been missing since late February. The investigation remains ongoing with steadfast support from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, and many other local and federal resources. We are exploring every lead that comes in and every tip that comes in. As I said before, the investigation remains ongoing. The entire community is deeply saddened by what has occurred. We're all extremely concerned for Sebastian's welfare. I want to encourage the community to stay vigilant, to report anything that they think may be of some significance to the investigation, no matter how minute it may appear to be to you. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND with any tips, or the Sumner County Emergency Communications Center at 615-451-3838. We understand the anxiety and the concern that this case has caused in the community. We too share the anxiety and concern for Sebastian. I want to reiterate that we are doing everything we can to find Sebastian and bring him home. Despite the passage of time, the commitment to finding Sebastian remains unwavering. I said this when we scaled the search back. Our commitment to finding Sebastian remains. We will continue to investigate every possible lead that comes in. The Summary County Sheriff's Office wants to express our gratitude to the community and the many individuals who have helped in the search, the many individuals who have called in tips, the many individuals who have printed flyers and kept Sebastian's face in the news. Nothing would make me happier than to wake up tomorrow morning with a tip that cracks this case wide open and we find Sebastian and bring him home. At this time, I'll turn it over to Susan Allen from the TBI.
Thank you, WG. Hi, good morning. Thanks for being here. We know how invested everybody is in the search for Sebastian, in finding out what happened to him and bringing him home. And we want to let everybody know he has not been forgotten. Nobody's forgotten about him. Nobody has given up looking for him. At the beginning of this investigation, there was a large land search for him. It was very visible. There were also waterways, lakes, ponds that were searched. There were aerial searches with helicopters and drones and fixed wing planes. They were done at night. They were done on weekends. They were done during the day. That was very visible, and it was something everybody was able to see. But we want to let you know that even though there is not that high visibility in investigating this case, that we are not done. It's gone back to what could be considered good old-fashioned police work. Interviewing individuals, re-interviewing individuals, checking out leads, rechecking leads. We have been working with other law enforcement agencies who have had, in other jurisdictions, who have perhaps had some complex cases of their own that they have worked on to get tips from them. We have had, this day of technology with everyone having cell phones and doorbells and ring bells and surveillance cameras. That, as you can imagine, has been a bit of a chore to be able to collect all those and then review them. It's important so we know what's out there. We have been reviewing that, reviewing it again. We have had other agencies involved. The FBI has been helpful in that. Secret Service has also been helpful in that. So we are just trying to do whatever we can to advance the investigation. It has not gone to a place where anybody has forgotten about him or is not pursuing this. The parents have been cooperative throughout. At the beginning of the investigation, they have pretty much done whatever law enforcement has asked of them. At this point, we don't have any evidence. There is not any kind of an indication that there is a criminal element involved. But we are keeping options open. We don't know what has happened. We don't know where Sebastian is right now. So we are pursuing any and all avenues. We do want to caution there are some social media elements out there who purport to have information that is direct from the investigation. I just want to reiterate that is not the case. Some of the information that is being provided on some of the social media channels is inaccurate, incomplete. We don't want this to damage the investigation. So we would just caution anyone who is following the case to just use some caution as to what you see and what you believe. It's caused a bit of a distraction because a lot of what has been out there in some of the social media channels has been rumors and speculations and theories, and some of that has been advanced and people have caught a hold of it as if it's what's really happening. That has resulted in us getting information that is either, like I said, distracting. It's taking away time and effort from what the agencies need to be doing as far as looking for Sebastian. We have had so far, as of this morning, 314 tips that have come in through the tip line. It's been mentioned, but I'll say it again. It's 1-800-TBI-FIND. We are also taking tips through email, which is tips to TBI, TBI, at tbi.tn.gov. What's next? We want people, as Chief Deputy said, to continue to remain vigilant, get Sebastian's picture out there, continue to share his picture, his information. Now that it's getting to be nicer, well, not today with the weather, but now that the weather has turned warmer, people may be more inclined to be in their yards. If you go out and see anything that looks different, let us know. Something where perhaps a teenager could have hidden. If you have a large amount of property in the area or something that has any kind of holes or unstable footing or ledges where a teen could have gone to hide or to play, and you don't feel comfortable checking it out, let us know. We'll get somebody from law enforcement to go out there with you or to check it out themselves. We just want to make sure that every stone is unturned, that there's no stone left unturned, that we want people to make sure that we are looking everywhere we can. We do want to continue to get the tips, but please don't provide information that you might have seen through social media channels. If you have information about Sebastian, about conversations you might have had with him, things he likes to do, places he likes to go, any people he may have mentioned that are in his life, that could be helpful in finding out maybe what he was interested in. Finally, we want to thank the community. We want to thank the media. You guys have been really good about keeping his name in the public's eye. That's really important. And thank you for your diligence in providing that information out there. And as Chief Deputy said, we also want to thank the community. From the very first day, everybody has really been all in as far as whatever they can do to help in the search, to help pass information on, providing water for the teams that were out conducting the ground searches. So thank you again to everybody. I'm going to pass it back to your credit.
The weather is rolling in. We've got time for some questions. So, yes, ma'am.
I was a few minutes behind, so sorry if I missed it, but has there been any indication at this point of foul play or anything of that nature?
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out.
We're not ruling anything out.
So 5 weeks, and you guys covered so much ground, searching, going back, researching, checked out every case of a possible sighting, nothing confirmed, not a trace of Sebastian anywhere, nothing found. No footprints, no video, nothing.
Nothing that is taking us to locate Sebastian.
And are there any working theories?
We come up with theories almost daily and try and investigate and make sure that we're doing everything we can to find Sebastian.
Share any of those?
No, sir.
2 questions, if I may. Have you ruled out Sebastian's mom's and stepdad's involvement in this case? And as a follow-up, have you cleared their alibi?
I think the TBI said it best. They've been nothing but cooperative with law enforcement since day one of this investigation. There is no evidence to support foul play on the part of Sebastian's parents.
Is that movie in Memphis interfering at all with your investigation? Is it changing possibly the avenues of communication?
No, sir.
You mentioned when you were asked about recent evidence, we heard some rumors that didn't seem to have some validity, that there were glasses found within the past few days. Can you confirm that?
There were some glasses found in the past few days.
Or have you been able to identify that they were Sebastian?
We are still investigating.
And on the Cajun maybe, have you found how was that coordination happening? Have you found their work helpful? Are you guys working in unison or separate teams?
The Cajun Navy is operating independently. They have not reached out to us.
Have you found their investigation, their work helpful, or has it been one of the distractions I have mentioned?
One of the things that I really appreciate they've done is print flyers and keep Sebastian's face out there. It's my hope that one day somebody sees something and calls in and this case breaks wide open and we find Sebastian.
They claim they've received threats. Do you acknowledge that they filed any police reports or reports to the sheriff's department documenting any of these alleged threats?
No, sir.
Are we able to learn anything about what those threats are?
They would have to call the police and report them.
Where does the search go from here? It's been 5 weeks, there's been no signs. Do you believe he's still alive? And what are you guys going to continue working on?
My hope and prayer is that Sebastian is still alive, yes. We're going to continue to work on this investigation, follow up every tip and lead that comes in. Some of this may revert back to us going over some things that we've already done for the 6th, 7th, or 8th time. A fresh set of eyes never heard anything. We're going to continue to work to find Sebastian.
Has the story been changing at all? Have you been talking with people, interviewing them for a second time possibly?
There is no evidence to support foul play.
Are there any active current leads that you guys are pursuing?
We have tips called in daily.
Any of those tips seem legitimate enough to expand law enforcement resources?
Regardless of their legitimacy, we're going to follow up on them.
Will there be any other agencies pulled in to help in the search efforts for this case?
I'm certain there will be.
You met with the biological father and mother this past week. Is that at their request, your request? Is that just re-interviewing them again?
That was at the request of law enforcement. It's not uncommon to talk to the family in investigations like this. I've got time for one more question.
Just overall, how has this investigation impacted the morale at your department, especially with all the scrutiny coming online?
Let me put it to you like this. If my kid was missing, this is the team I'd want on it. The men and women of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, the FBI partners, the other local agencies, the Secret Service, everyone who's had a hand in this case is doing everything they can to find Sebastian. Morale's high. We are here and we are dedicated. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for keeping Sebastian in the public. Please continue to publicize this photo. Thank you all.
Oh, sad. Been listening to you long enough. Thank you for saying that about me. Oh, you're welcome, but it's true. I try to be there for everyone, especially people I like and respect. Hey, Rachel, how you doing, my Aussie friend? Okay, so there you have that. I know it was from the beginning that that press conference, but I wanted people to hear. Okay, not what's coming out of my mouth. You know, don't sit there and believe YouTubers. Okay, do your own research. Okay. And I just wished Court TV, Nick, and Doug would quit bashing the parents. Just think when Sebastian would come home, all he would see all over the internet is that his mom did something to him. Keep that in mind. No matter what, Sebastian loves his family. I don't know why people, because Nick the Hat and Dog never used to be like this. And that's why I'm disappointed. Any case they've ever covered, they weren't like this. They didn't act like this. And I want to know who's threatening who. I've never seen any kind of evidence, as in police reports or anything like that, of threats. Hey, boy, how are you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have missed you. Does anybody have an opinion on the interview we just watched with Dog and the attorney? Anybody? I just have a strong opinion, and I don't think the parents did anything whatsoever, either of them. And I couldn't imagine being a parent of a missing child and you listen to who's ever in your ear. Because no matter what, you're going to have that hope and you're going to listen to anybody. I'm sure. I don't know. I've never been in this predicament. All I know is I try very, very hard to be careful with my words and what I put out there. As in being responsible when you're talking about a missing person case. Boy, did I have a lot to say today. You can tell I haven't been online for a while. I'm dumbfounded by what they had said. It said, oh, let me tell you, girl, the one with, the last one was Seth and Tony Mathis on Court TV. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It was one of the worst interviews I have heard. It was very, very ugly and gross. And I don't know why Court TV is making these interviews that they're doing on Sebastian's case unlisted. I don't know why they're doing that. So if anybody wants a link to this interview, let me put it in the chat here. So you don't got to go looking for it because it took me forever to find it. Here is the link to the interview. If you guys want to go through it yourselves. There you go. Did I get the right one? Hold on a minute. Did I get the right one? Let me see. Yes, I did. Okay. I have more than one thing pulled up here. You're welcome. So, yeah, this is all I got to say about the case, and I'm really sad that it has come to this. You got these lawsuits that, I say it loosely, the RICO, I think it's a joke. However, I am paying attention. And I do want to say the people that are within that lawsuit, they are bullies, in my opinion. They have harmed the case too. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I hope you have a good day too. I should give you my phone number so I can tell you what's going on. What's going on? My dad's not doing good either. Yeah. So there's that. All right. I want to thank everybody for being here, or whoever watches the replay. Please put your comments in down below and let's have a discussion about this. Oh yeah, I'm watching him decline. There's a situation that happened on Monday. I don't want to start crying, but something happened on Monday and my heart is broken. It's sad to watch your parents decline. Okay, I gotta go. Oh, wrong one, you guys. I'm sorry. My eyes are all blurry. I can't see right now.